Investigative reporter Katherine Faulders joins me live now, along with ABC News contributor Richard Frankel, a former FBI special agent in charge. Richard, I'd like to start with you. How significant a step is this search warrant, and what do you think it would take to get to this point?
And it's very significant, especially when you're talking about an investigation into the former president of the United States. The cases that are political corruption that are handled by that part of the FBI, they're handled very specifically. They're handled by experts in public corruption. They follow, quote unquote, the handbook of public corruption. In other words, there are certain things that they must do during their investigations, and they will do that throughout the ongoing escalation of a public corruption investigation. A search warrant many times is the last step, because it shows that the FBI is investigating something specifically. Affidavits have to be handed over at one point. They get to see the search warrant, and the defendant really knows that he is the target at this point.
So, Katherine, what do we know at this point about the classified documents that investigators are looking for?
I think, Diane, that's the main question. We know that Trump's team and his lawyers have previously been cooperating with federal investigators with the National Archives when they handed those documents back to them in January and February, back to the archives, when the archives went to retrieve the documents. So the question is, what exactly did Trump have in his possession, whether it be in his personal office, in the safe that they went through? What specifically were they looking for? We don't know the answer to that. We don't know exactly what the warrant said. But of course, sources who we're talking to in Trump world appear to believe that this shows that something could have been missing. But these are all questions that we need to know the answers to. Of course, we know it's related to, in part at least, to the improper removal of these documents, but yet to determine what exactly specifically investigators were looking for.
So, Richard, what do you make of the Republican criticism that this search was politically motivated?
I can't see it. I can't say that it's not politically motivated, but I can't see it, especially in these type of investigations. The amount of checks and balances, both within the FBI and in the Department of Justice, they go on forever and ever. I used to say, do I need to keep doing this? Do we need to keep doing these checks and balances when we were doing these cases? And you did. You had to go through each item. It's reviewed by a general counsel's office in New York, or I'm sorry, it's reviewed by a general counsel's office in the division where the search warrant is being written. It's being reviewed at FBI headquarters. It's being reviewed at the U.S. Attorney's Office. It's being reviewed at Maine DOJ. For it to be purely political, I just can't see it.
And Katherine, former President Trump is now fundraising off of this. He's urging supporters to stand with him against what he calls a never-ending witch hunt. So could this be the push that Trump needs to formally announce he's running again? Could this actually help him politically? Well, look, I think Trump's decision to reveal this himself first in a statement shows that he believed that this would politically help him. You've seen his adult children go on television, Eric Trump, Laura Trump, essentially saying that this will heighten his chances to announce that he's running sooner rather than later. This is certainly what we're hearing inside Trump world. But I think the point to make here, too, is that there's this understanding by Trump and his allies that if he announces a campaign, that this will all of a sudden just shield him from any criminal liability. That is not true. We heard Merrick Garland say in that clip that John Carl referenced that he would be held accountable. So that's what we expect in some form or fashion. All right, Katherine Faulders, Richard Frankel, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.